Yes, Aquaba people, welcome viewers to another episode of the AVS show. You're watching Mina TV, so go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Yes, we give you great content every week. And when you're done, go on Instagram and follow us at the AVS show. We love you once again for tuning in, and we love our new co-host. Yeah.
Hey y'all.
How are you?
Ooh, I don't made another cut. Another cut.
Yes.
You're still here. I'm still here.
You're still here, still standing.
Afrobeat queen.
You guys are repping the African fabric. I feel it.
Ankara.
Yes, Ankara.
Actually, I stole this shirt from my sister. Finally, I get to steal something from her.
Shout out to her. She's watching. All right. So since you guys are wearing some African Ankara, can we dig into some African topics right now?
Listen, let's do it. I have something that I need to talk about right now.
What's going on?
Listen, so if you guys know, Kenyan controversial Olympian Asbel Kiprop got caught on camera kissing a mystery woman.
Wow.
So before we even talk about it, I have the video. So this is him, but can we watch the video?
Yes, we can watch it.
Let's watch the video.
Something to look at, though.
Go, mama.
Something to look at.
Okay, with
And
his
he's doing-
strong face.
He's the one recording.
Okay, it's happening.
She has strong
It's about
face.
to happen.
She has a strong face, too.
Don't do it.
It's about to happen.
Don't do it.
No, it's about to happen.
Don't do it.
And it's a go.
Oh, thank God. Hey.
Wait,
Am I
Ciara.
the only one that's mortified
What's
by
going
this?
on?
I'm mortified by
no,
this
I'm
video.
You're mortified. I'm confused as to what's going on.
Yay.
Okay, it's about to
Don't
happen.
do it.
It's about to
Don't
happen.
do it.
It's about to
dragging
happen.
Hey.
You almost, oh
Why
my
did
God,
you
you
make
fell
me
into
watch
temptation.
these shows?
Hey!
Ay.
All right.
Hey.
So Yazi,
Oh,
explain
my
what's going
goodness.
on.
Yazi, why?
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to tell you what is going on right now in that video, okay?
Okay, what's going
that
on?
man, he never had sex before in his life. And he meets that crackhead, and the crackhead just do the ting, 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 ting.
You see the Ciara wine?
Hold on, seriously. Seriously. What's going on? Who's this girl?
Okay. I don't know who the girl is, but the guy is actually a controversial married Olympian from Kenya. And he's controversial because a couple of years ago, I think he's been stripped from some of his titles and stuff because they found out that he was doping in 2017, I believe.
Wow.
Even though he alleges that they must have put some, like, it's not his urine, whatever, like they faked it. So he's already controversial for that. And then he's married, and then this video came out. I mean, his wife left him the day after the video came
Good
out.
for you.
But what I find ridiculous about this video is, first of all, I want to know how old is that young lady. I want to know if she's okay. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And number two, what is this guy's IQ for you to even video this yourself? It's not even like the girl was videoing it or whatever for him to video in it. Like, this is a no-no. I mean, the video is hilarious, but it's a serious situation. But the video is hilarious.
She even took off her glasses for the moment.
For the action.
Wow.
For me, I don't even need to know how old she is. Watching this video, she's old enough. She was whining and twirling, and she knew exactly what she was doing. And what she was doing is she met this papa, this grandpa, this sugar daddy, and she wants to twirl and do all of that to get some coins. For me, this is disgusting. As a married man, if you're going to do it, where's your shame? Why are you even videotaping it? Why are you videotaping it? And that kiss was the most disgusting
kiss.
ever.
They even put us in suspense.
Sticking
You
your
can
tongue
imagine.
and everything.
Listen, I got more juice for you too. The lady is a politician.
What?
You
The one
lied.
that's whining in the video.
Yes.
You
and
lied.
she ran for candidate in some general elections last year.
As an
And
assemblywoman.
And it
Because this.
complexity woman because it's for the community. And apparently it is rumored that he funded her campaign, and it's also rumored that their affair has been going on for a while, which will make sense while he felt comfortable
To
taking
record.
the video or whatever. But I don't know what kind of, like, if this is how people are bagging Olympians, then I don't know why the hell I don't have an Olympian, because my wine is way better than that wine.
And you look way better than that. How about that? You see what she... That's she's not even fine.
They even look malnourished, I'm sorry to say.
Wait, say that again.
They look malnourished.
And what you mean by that?
Look at them, they're so ting, like a ping, like really?
So you're
What's
trying to tell me they are missing some vitamins?
Well,
but she's about to get
obviously.
she's about to get some vitamin D. if you know what I mean.
But listen, this guy is really truly amazing. He has won, so he's won stuff in Beijing, in Moscow,
London,
08, 11, 13, 15. Like he won all the 1500 meter races.
Yeah, back
so
to
he's
back.
actually a great athlete. So he recently got banned for doping.
But my only thing,
Well, now he got banned from marriage.
But for me, I think this is deeper than what we are saying, though. This is an African man who thinks that he can get away with this. He thought he could get away with this because I'm providing for my family. I make the money so I can do whatever I want. We've seen a lot of examples like that. But good for the woman for leaving because people need to learn from that. You don't have to stay. You don't have to stay. You can still pack your shit and go.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that you just don't shit while you sleep. You don't do it like for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. If you're going to cheat, you keep it on a DL.
But you realize that men are not that smart, that they're always getting caught for cheating. And for me, this is the worst part. Like, when your man cheats on you, number one, if he has like a small PP, then that's the worst part because it's like now she also knows that you have a small PP. This is what I'm dealing with. But then the worst part is when your man cheats on you and he cheats on you with someone that is not so good looking. Then it's like, I mean, even if you're gonna cheat on me, like, could she at least look better than me? You know what I mean?
Well,
because
she's probably doing something that the wife wasn't doing too.
Like,
why would you leave that and go for that? What were you missing?
Because
what
men
was
like
missing?
anything with a wet hole and 2 legs.
That's it.
I mean, that's the only
But what's
response.
going on with these people in the limelight, cheating and not hiding it? Because we've seen so many examples. Chloe's baby daddy did the same thing,
And he wasn't
walking
even
around
sorry.
freely with a side chick. Like, come on! People are taking pictures. Like, people.
I mean,
can-
that
we
was
can
a bad.
see you.
That was
think
a bad
the women are not
example
leaving.
because.
But how?
Because that relationship is fixed. But I mean, you can use like
oh my
Kobe
goodness.
Bryant and other people,
But
but
I think
not
that
that.
the thing about it is the women aren't leaving because that's my meal
You're right.
ticket.
The women ain't leaving.
When I have serious meal ticket, I'm not going to leave you.
Yes.
That's all right. I'll cheat on you though.
Yeah.
Too. But I'm not going to leave you. And a lot of women are not leaving, so okay, I'll keep on doing it.
But that's why I like the
And it's
wife because she
machismo
left.
nonsense.
But I have this thing that all men cheat. So here's the thing: am I gonna cheat?
Your father cheats?
All men cheat, as I said.
I'm just asking the question.
Well, my mom and my dad are divorced, so I can't answer that question. When they got divorced, I was like 8 years old.
Because
so
when you make
so I
statement
wouldn't
like
know.
all men cheat,
That's
it's
a
just
fallacy.
the next
let
question
me
is just
That's a fallacy.
let me rephrase my statement. I think 99.9% of men cheat.
well, that
so
seems like
that's
all
not
men,
all.
yes.
That
99.9.
99.9.
That's all men.
So here's the thing, Larry, that
So
I'm
then why
gonna
go
ask
into a
you.
relationship?
Are you gonna cry in a boat in Venice, Greece, or are you gonna cry in the projects in the Bronx? Which one are you thinking?
But in
Yeah,
that
but
way,
that's
that's
Exactly.
No, but at the end of the
So
day,
can
that's
you
why
be-
people end up taking their lives and doing stupid things. The fact that you're crying in a boat doesn't make it any better.
Ooh.
You're depressed inside. You're fighting something.
hurt.
You deserve to be happy regardless. Wealth is not happiness.
How do you know she's not happy?
She's not. That's why she left.
I think she left more because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think it's more because
So you
I
feel
don't
like
think
maybe
that
she knew, but then now that it's
I'm
out.
sure she knew because it is rumored that this woman is a politician. He funded her campaign last year and he's been seeing her for a while. So now she's probably had it like, you know what, now the whole world knows. I can't fight this girl anymore. You know, sometimes it's always that one side chick that won't go away.
Okay,
You
so
know what
let's
I
move
mean?
on.
Like a
So let's move
gnat. Like a
on.
gnat.
So
One.
from a cheating scandal to another cheating scandal,
Really?
let's move on to the
People are
next
busy.
topic. So a Gambian actress, her name is Princess Shyngle, is catching a lot of fire for saying that she dated Michael Asian, a soccer player, for a year without knowing that he was married.
No, that's a lie.
Oh my
sorry.
God.
That's a lie. She
So-
didn't know he was married.
So this is what happened. She went on the Delay Show, which is a show in Ghana. She went on the Delay Show.
You
and-
love Delay.
I know.
Delay
Just a
needs to have
tease.
you on her show.
So she blocked me actually.
Ooh,
but
ooh.
anyways,
What did you say on
We'll
her
get
phone?
into it later. But she went on the Delay Show and said that she was dating Michael Asian for a whole year. They were in a very good committed relationship for a whole year. And then one day she was just chilling with him at the mall, whatever, kissing, you know. And then she got a text message that said that, hey, that man that you were just kissing is married though. She went home, Googled him, and it came out that he was married. He's married.
So all this time she's dating a famous footballer, and you don't ever look, you don't see that he has a wife. It sounds like a lie.
For
So
a
you don't
year.
believe her?
I don't.
For
For
a
a
whole
year,
year.
Yeah.
not like 6 weeks. A year. You didn't know that man was married.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to tell a story.
Well, I don't
Right.
believe her as well. I don't believe her as well because yes, you don't have to snoop and search and Google, but there are signs.
Absolutely.
And as a
But
smart,
how do you know the
So-
man didn't move in
Okay,
and
so
live
let me
with
tell
him?
you, Yazzie, signs of dating a married man. I think you need to write this down.
I know. committed relationship with a single man. So
How do you know that? So let me give you some of the ways.
So
So let me give you some of the ways of how you know that you're dating a married man.
Oh, yeah.
If he's calling you at odd hours of time.
Let me write that down now.
Write it down. Odd hours of time. My sister, he is married. Okay? If he only introduced you to a certain friends, but now you know the whole fam, there is something going on. If you have never seen his house, you always meet at the hotel and the motel.
And he claims to be traveling a lot.
My sister, he's married. So for me, there's no excuse. There is no excuse because you have time to snatch that waist. You're looking like an 8, the number 8, or a tampoli. If you don't know what a tampoli is, Google it. But then you don't have the common sense to find out that you've been dating a man for a whole year. What do you guys talk about?
Exactly.
A whole year, what do you guys talk about?
Charlie.
And another reason why I don't believe her, Mr. Shyngle, if you're listening to me, is because you're a fan of doing that. Because based on my research, you also dated D Black. And up to now,
D-Black.
Yes, the singer D Black in Ghana.
And D-Black was in a very long committed relationship with
Hello.
one of my clients.
So
She's a very
explain that.
lovely girl.
Explain that.
Wow.
And then when
She also didn't know.
yes, she didn't know.
And then
They block your ear.
Finish, give you the gist. When Delay asked her, "Are you still seeing Michael Asian?" She said, "Technically no." What does that mean, you dumbass? What does that mean, technically no? It's either you are still seeing him or you are not.
Choose
so for
one.
me, I don't believe her. I don't think. Listen, sis, stop snatching your waist. The blood is not moving to your head.
But do you know why I'm even
Damn.
mad at you?
Why?
Why would you believe anybody that looks like that?
Ooh.
Like, that's why I'm even mad at you because and don't get me wrong, everybody knows I get my vampire facials. I am so vain. I am all about beauty. I am all about enhancing your beauty and staying as youthful as long as possible. But when you go to a doctor and you sit back and you make the doctor make you look like a caricature, like that, I can't take anything you do
All right, so
seriously.
let me step in though because she says she hasn't had any work done.
Okay, yeah,
Really?
we're blind.
That's what she's saying.
We're blind. We're blind.
Wow.
It's always just snatching
So
a
this
waist,
is God's
waist
gift.
trainer.
We're
Waist
blind.
trainer.
Yeah,
Small
we're
gift with
blind.
God.
She only eats
Trainer.
fruits and apples and bananas.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna start
and
that diet on
cucumbers as
Monday.
well.
I'll start that on Monday. Fruit and apple, I'll look like that.
And banana.
And mango.
Exactly.
All right, so I feel like we are, okay, including myself, I feel like we are attacking her. But what about him? What about him as a married man?
But we all know that Michael Asian is a you know what. Come on, he's always in the news for
I
these
didn't know
kind
that.
of topics. Yeah, this is not the first time that I've heard
player.
stories of him. He's a player. He's dated a lot of our famous Ghanaian actresses. So,
Name one.
I mean, hey, I beg you, Master, I don't
But
want
why
no
are we not
problem.
attacking him though? He was
What
the
did
one
you
married.
say? Well,
He
the
was the married
reason
man.
why we should be. I'm not attacking her anyway. I just can't believe she looks like that and she actually comes out of her house looking like that. And she has friends and family that are okay with her looking like that.
Well,
I'm not
she's
attacking her.
beautiful.
But however, when you come on a platform like Delay's show and you mention things like that, I just feel like it's a PR stunt. It's just publicity. Clearly, she's a Gambian girl who's moved to Ghana, who's trying to be famous or is famous, however you want to put it.
I think that, regardless of whatever, if the man is never guilty. It's always the woman that's pulled out as the thing, and she's the one that brought it up. He didn't bring it up, so that's why we're attacking her.
Wait, bro, what up? Oh,
She's the one that brought up the fact that she didn't know he was married.
But knowing what we know, knowing what we know, why we're not attacking Izin as well? Because I want to go in on him and say that you were the one that was married. She didn't step out. You did out of your marriage.
Agreed.
You went to the church and married your wife, and you said you was going to love her
I do agree with
for
you.
better or for worse.
Yeah,
and then you
But we
cheated.
know that in many cultures in Africa, most of those things, they don't swear like to one person. Men marry more than one wife. So maybe they were dating and he wanted to propose to her
No,
as well.
that's BS.
Marry
Well,
her later as a second wife.
So, man, are you trying to marry more than one wife?
Nope.
It sounded like you're justifying
Nope.
it.
Maybe he'll marry you next. The other co-host was his thing now, so maybe now
What do
you
you
won't
mean
be
thing?
the
No,
Which
she
thing?
somebody can afford me now.
Hey! I don't die. Who sent me on this show?
Hey!
Bride price don't go up. Bride
What I've
I
noticed,
won't respond to that.
what I've noticed about Africa is that it seems like a lot of married couples are actually in open relationships, but it's weird open relationships because it's like the man can have a girlfriend and even publicly be seen with the girlfriend hanging out. People go back and tell the wife, but the wife can't say anything. She can't do anything. In most scenarios, in most scenarios, she can't do. In most scenarios, even if the wife decided to step out too, the man leaves her. All of a sudden, everybody shames her. Oh, she's a whore. She slept with this guy and that guy. Like, I know people personally that this has happened to, where, like, I know a guy, like, literally every month he had a new girl, like, parading her in clubs, restaurants, everything. And then the one time the wife was like, you know what, I've had it, and went and got a boyfriend, he divorced her.
Double standard.
I just need Nadia Boy to make a statement, because she also dated Michael Asian. So was he like that when, you know, you guys were dating? Let me know, Nadia Boy, slide in my DM, because I want to know.
That's your Ghana.
All right, Timali, so let's move to the next topic. What's going on?
The next topic is also interesting. We're talking about Nigerians' favorite female DJ, my ex-girlfriend, just kidding, DJ Cuppy. She actually, why are you laughing? She actually was interviewed recently in CTFM, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria, and she was asked about feminism. And she had a different opinion. She said she doesn't believe in feminism, and she thinks it's hypocrisy.
Why did she say that?
When you're a billionaire, you can say stuff like that.
People were mad at her. A lot of people were mad. A lot of people were saying smart, this, that. But her reason was that right now, the movement is a distraction. That women are focusing so much energy trying to prove that they are better than men. And at the end of the day, they are losing out on so many other things that they should do, which is focusing on themselves and bettering themselves and supporting themselves regardless. So she was like, the feminism movement, there's a lot of hypocrisy in it, because most of the women that are champions of feminism on the ground are still submissive and doing a lot of things low-key that we don't see on social media.
Okay, but what she just described is not feminism. Okay, DJ Cuppy, I love you. You've been here. You know, I love you. But I think you were totally wrong. I don't understand why people look into feminism so deep. It's not that deep.
It's been exaggerated these days.
No, but no, then that's not feminism. Because if you want to know
same
what
people.
feminism is, it's very simple. A person that wants social, political, and economic equality
I know.
of all sexes. So I don't understand what the big deal is. Yazzie, I want you to have the same rights, equality as me. What is so wrong with that? Somebody who is doing the other extra stuff, that's not feminism. They just want one thing. So I think for
Attention.
I think for her, like you said, if you were a billionaire, you could say stuff like that. Because you don't want the same pay as your next person, because you got it. Women are fighting out here, and all they are fighting for is respect, equality, and I don't see what the problem is. So for her to be saying that she doesn't support it,
She's not saying she doesn't support it. She says she thinks it's hypocrisy because
she doesn't understand it.
She was giving an example of her own industry, the entertainment industry, which is a male-dominated industry, and we are always fighting for equality. But at the end of the day, you can't fight so hard from something you feed off, and you can't force the people to believe in that.
Instead, you prove them wrong. You work hard.
You prove them wrong by focusing your energy on yourself, like what Tiwa Savage is doing, for example. Tiwa Savage sold out the O2 Arena. That Whiskey also sold out.
No,
shout out to Tiwa.
No. She sold out the Indigo, which is basically
Indigo O2.
Okay, don't get it confused. What Wizkid sold out and what Tiwa sold out is two different things. It's not the same arena. The Indigo is a place inside the O2.
Okay,
like,
but she did something
at
great.
the O2, but it's not the same size.
Regardless of what she sold, if Tiwa Savage wasn't
Sold
getting
out
the
at a concert. She sold out a concert.
If she wasn't getting the right payment, she would not be continuing to do what she's doing, because she will feel underappreciated, and that's what it is.
But
if you two are doing the same job, she shouldn't get less pay because she's a woman.
I get 70%.
And
That's
it's happening
what
in the
feminism
US.
should be.
It's happening in Africa, and it's happening in a lot of places.
Even Tiwa recently tweeted that being a woman in Africa is a sin. I'm tired of fighting. I give up. She tweeted that like very recently as well.
I think everybody should be a feminist. If you have a mother, if you have a sister, if you have a good woman in your life, you should want the best for that woman. So I think everybody should support that movement. Yes, there are boneheads that kind of messes up every movement. Boneheads messes up the Black Lives Matter and all kinds of movements. But we have to look at the goal, what the goal is. And what the goal is to support everybody. We should all have the same equality and the same right, and I don't see anything wrong with it. So she's wrong.
I agree with
She's not
Charlie.
wrong in all aspects.
She's wrong.
I agree with
I'll tell you
Charlie.
why.
But I also think that maybe she should have went in depth more, because what Charlie's saying is so true, that people are turning feminism and feminists into other things as well. So she could have been talking about those things and not the real feminism. That's number one. Number two, I do agree with her that sometimes you don't have to. It's kind of how I feel about like the Black Lives Matter thing. Everybody's always saying, "Oh, equal black rights," but my whole thing is, why are we fighting for approval? Like I've always said that. Like, why do we need approval from another race? Why can't we just have our own black schools? Why can't we? But why? Why can't we all just move back to Africa and where we belong? I'm just saying. Like these are things that I say. Like where we're not a minority, where we are a majority.
We're a minority here.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is that we have such an issue with it. Why not find our roots? Why not, like, Africa's a great place.
Because we built this country. That's why. That's why we have a problem. We built the country. If we built the country and we don't get our fair dues, it's a problem. We built brick by brick, and our resources are still feeding this country. So
and I totally agree with you. And I totally agree with you. But when our leaders are not even the people that are supposedly leading this movement are collecting payments under and all of that, how is it going to work? So that's something that sometimes you have to find other solutions to the problem. So I do understand what she's saying. Like, just work hard, pay your dues, and move on.
My thing about DJ Cuppy is that she's always kind of like staring these like things. The same way she said that why Nigerians always worried about money. You're a billionaire. So people don't have jobs, don't have things. They're gonna worry. Women in Nigeria are not equally paid as men. Period. Women in the world are not paid as men. So it is a problem when we are not equally paid for the same exact job that everybody's doing. The feminist movement, like Charlie said, is not a movement about women are better than men. It's no, we are equal to men. It's human rights. She's talking about human rights, and when you talk about human rights issues, you really need to do your research because she is from crazy privilege compared to a woman who has to struggle, a DJ woman that had to struggle. How many women that had to struggle as DJs do you know where DJ Cuppy is at right now?
So
no,
like
but she really
Kanye,
has struggled to get to where she is, though. Don't think that where she is was just handed to a silver platter for her.
No, I don't say that it was handed to her.
She really has worked very hard and been through a lot to get to where she's at.
Trust me, she's fighting the cause too, because being a daughter of a rich man, people don't always believe she's that talented. Whatever she does, they're gonna say, it's a billionaire's daughter, it's easy for her. So that is a battle she's fighting eternally, and trying to prove herself every day.
But then why is she
even though she's good enough.
Okay, understandable, but then why is she negating other people's struggles then? She's fighting her battles, but then she's going to put other people down. Does that make sense to you?
No, it doesn't. To
Thank you. And that's why whatever she said, I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Because you know the struggle. Since you know the struggle, then like, come on, speak on it. So that's where I was coming from.
I just think that it was just it just wasn't worded right in what, because I understand what she's saying about just prove yourself, work hard and focus. And again, like, even me, what you just explained as feminist, like I would have added other things to it too if I wasn't looking directly in a dictionary or if I wasn't doing research. So she probably didn't have the 100% right definition of feminist.
Literacy, what's going on? Yes.
Talking about human rights, xenophobia in South Africa. So I was just reading the news, like I have not been privy to this news that literally that South Africans are kind of like internalized racism against other Africans.
You didn't know?
I didn't.
Girl, where have you been living?
I didn't know that. Like, so this is.
If you watch the ABS show and the news, we talk about it.
But maybe I missed that segment. I was maybe watching fashion that day.
So what is the news? What is the news?
The thing about it is that they're still killing, burning down businesses that are owned by Africans, Kenyans, Gambians, and Nigerians, and Somalians. So it's ridiculous because they fought so hard against white supremacy that now they're internally fighting, and there are white people there that are still eating and still living good lives. Why are you not fighting them? Why are you fighting your own brother and your own sisters that are in the same race as you? Like, I don't understand that. But they do that. They do that to keep us down, right? They make us fight each other so that we're not paying attention to the real things that are happening, that our resources are getting pulled out for no money and things like that. So now you're killing each other. Why?
Poverty? I think poverty and ignorance. I think South Africans, most people in South Africa, they are very rebellious. And that has been a problem because I've lived there for a while and I actually experienced a little bit of xenophobia as a person. There were times we couldn't even get out of the house. We were warned, don't leave. If you live in this certain area, you pass through this road, you might get killed. So the agenda was, they finished fighting the white people. The white people are still having like 90-something% of the economic wealth, GDP of South Africa. But now they say that other Africans in Africa that are living in South Africa and have their own business are taking jobs away from them and taking better jobs from them. So they're killing other Africans. They're asking them to leave the country because they feel that those people are taking their jobs. that's their only agenda. And I think in the 21st century, for that to be happening in a country and South Africa is one of the most civilized nations in Africa so far.
They're not acting like it.
They're not acting like it.
And images like this make me sick to my stomach. It makes me sick to my stomach because you are destroying your own neighborhood. You are burning out buildings, burning out human beings. Who's going to do business here? I'm not going to South Africa look like this to
Even
do
as a
business
tourist,
there.
you'll be
But that's
scared.
the point. They don't want you to go there to do business. They
No, but they
want the
need jobs.
Caucasians to go there to do business. That's the whole point of it.
No, but they need jobs and they are killing each other because they
say we are
can't
taking their
fight.
jobs.
And it's been happening for a while.
Long
Because It's
time.
been happening for a while. And so who's going to step in? I don't understand. What is the African Union
What
doing?
is the UN doing about
Yeah.
it?
What is their president doing about it?
Oh, not the president now. You know, an African president.
Listen.
I don't understand what's going on, but somebody needs to do something. For me, like you said, I don't understand why they're still holding these white people up to here.
Yeah.
They were the same people bringing confusion to your land, and now you're still worshiping them. So something needs to be done
But it
about it.
happens in all of our countries. You notice how, like, when you go into African business, when a white person enters, they're so loving.
yes. Oh,
You'll be
yes.
sitting there waiting for your jollof rice, like, can I order? They're like, it's just like really brainwashing. It's deep down.
I think it also boils down to respect. They don't respect their country. They don't respect each other. They respect the white person more. And to me, this is very, very sad. And I also think it's also stemming from the education system because they're not educated enough to know what's best. You know what I mean? Like peace. They need to. They also need to have more awareness of peace because when it comes to countries like Ghana, we promote peace a lot. It's like every show you watch, the commercial comes out, it's about peace. So I think they need to
But
create more awareness about
even
that.
though we promote peace in Ghana, and even though Ghana is peaceful, it doesn't mean that Ghana doesn't do it. Ghana does the same thing. When you go to all the nice places, all the managers are white, and all the low-end employees are the Africans. When you go to places, just like you said, you sit and you wait for your jollof forever. People roll their eyes at you, all kinds of stuff. When a white person comes in, it's like, oh my God, the king has come in. And it goes all the way back to slavery when our own other Africans sold us to the white people. We're so quick to always blame the white man, but sometimes we also have to look within
But
us
this is to
and
the
solve the
extreme,
issue.
though. This is extreme. Like, there's a whole human being burning right now. This is like the extreme.
You know what I compare this to? When you talk about this, do you know how I think about it?
What?
Like Donald Trump is in office saying all this crap about Latinos and black people, and you have Latinos, 5 grown men Latinos stabbing a 15-year-old boy in the Bronx.
That's
like,
gang related.
But that's not the point. The point is this boy hasn't done anything to harm you. When you have somebody trying to build a wall,
Allegedly.
somebody taking away little kids from little families as they cross their border, like who should you be trying to fight? Not a 15-year-old boy.
If
You should be trying to fight the system that's oppressing your whole people. There's no difference. It's the same thing.
I think
Very
we
clear. We have a long way to go. We have
do.
just scratched the surface when
Yes,
it comes
true.
to
Yeah,
racism,
true.
internalized and direct. It's like we're just scratching the
We're
And
just on the
that's
surface.
why, for me, sometimes like we do need to talk about it, but there are other times that for me it's like I don't see black, I don't see white. I'm Yazzie. I set my goals, I accomplish my goals, and I'm gonna do what's best for me and focus and try to support my community. Like I try to support only black. Like even when I need a top. First thing I do is when I Google, before I go to Top Shop, Bloomingdale's, or any other place, I'm gonna find out if an African American person is doing that. When I need to do an event, anything, and that's what we need to do for each other. And that goes back to what I said a couple of weeks ago or a couple of episodes ago about the whole Janet Jackson appropriation thing. Like all of these, like we have to support each other. You can't get up and always sit there and complain this, that. Like everything has to do with each other no matter how you look at it.
In South Africa, people feel like. Actually, there's a story about how this xenophobia started. I think it was in 2014, 2013. They claimed that there was a king in a place called Durban in South Africa. They said that there was a money doubler that came to him. I think it's in, let me not say Nigeria, I'm not sure, but it's from a different country. So they actually did a money doubling, chemical stuff for him.
Oh, the scheme.
The scheme.
The 419.
Yeah. And then he was impressed, and then he put more money, and then they made way with his money. And so he felt like they belittled him as a king and brought him down and made him stupid, and so he revolted. And then he said that they should kill everybody that is a foreigner in Durban, that
And
is
for
not
his
South
stupidity.
African, that is not Zulu. And that's how the xenophobia actually started.
So irregardless of whatever, it's ridiculous that we are really attacking each other, black on black crime.
Yes, the black non-South
Because
Africans.
of stupidity. Because basically he's stupid. He fell for a scam. So now you are getting innocent people murdered because you fell for a scam. And just like anywhere else, there's scammers everywhere. People are getting money doubling scams here, London, everywhere. That 419 runs through everywhere.
Yeah, the sad part is that they are only killing the black non-South Africans,
The
that
other black
Zimbabwe,
Africans.
Zambia, the other black
Yes.
Africans, exactly.
Yeah.
So meaning that if I went there with my American accent, I might not even be a target because technically they would think I'm American, right?
Yeah.
So they're attacking other Africans, which is horrible, especially with your history with Nelson Mandela and as far as they've come. And they are probably one of the nicest and most westernized African country that they should be more focused on other things than that. And the fact that I think you said that almost 97% of their economy is owned by the whites, they should be working to see how they can even get 20% of that back into their hands instead of trying to focus on other Africans that are not from there.
Yeah. I mean, it happens in a lot of countries though, but this is to the extreme. I mean, basically, it's just xenophobia is just for you to put fear in foreigners, but they are killing, straight killing and burning, and they're taking it. Oh, you know, they're doing the extreme. They're doing the most, and somebody needs to step in. Like
I think
definitely.
the United Nations need to step in because this is becoming like this is a world emergency. This is not even like a national, international. It's a world.
You
But
know
did
why
they
they
step
haven't
in the
stepped
first
in?
time?
You know why they haven't stepped in?
Why?
Because it's black xenophobia.
Yeah.
It's not
Black
just
on black crime.
xenophobia.
Yes.
So if it was white people, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
it's true.
I'm just saying.
Black on black crime.
And it's very, very sad. But I want to know from the viewers, though, what they think about this topic. We give you some great, great topics. So let us know in the comments your thought on this topic. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me, guys. And thank you for watching. Until next time, you're watching Mina TV. And this is the ABS Show.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. And if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.